So right now I just have the two lights to finish up here. What I'm going to do is grab a group of objects here where we have two lights and a switch over Cat5. So I'm just going to grab them, drop them over here. They'll come in as a group, and so we're just going to disconnect the group. In this case, I don't want the light switch anymore. I already have that. And so I don't need the Cat5 here. And we're just going to take the other light and place it in a position. So that's as quick as it is to drag and drop the shapes on here. A little bit about the shapes, by the way. So the square wire indicates that this one is coming from the panel. We do have information about the installation time. I'm not going to do anything about the rooms and groupings like that because we haven't sold the project yet. So the first thing is to just get a quick quote out. This wire has a circle and it goes to the other fixture, and the circle indicates that it's a fixture-to-fixture jump. And in this light here, you'll notice that we have the driver. So it's in the group. I had already made this so that it's really quick to drag and drop these things in pairs like this. But you can see we've got the different types of drivers, the CC, CCU, SV, etc. But we don't need it on the second one because these two are going to be tied together in parallel in this case. So once we're done with all of this, we're simply going to run the shape report. And what the shape report does is it exports everything that's on the page into an Excel file. From the Excel file, what we're going to do is grab the contents of it, and we're going to paste it into a really cool tool. So while that's generating, I'm going to show you what the tool is all about here. And in this case, the tool has information about the parts lists, the pricing on them, etc. And you can see it's got a symbol for each one of these pieces. Then we have an entire quote that comes out. But the first thing we're going to do is to switch back over to our report. Normally it runs quite a bit faster. I'm doing a little bit too much on my laptop. And then from here, we're just going to grab the contents of it and paste this information in. So we're going to have just the contents, not any of the header, although if you grab the header, you can paste it as long as it's the top field. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go over here where it says Paste Visio Report. And I like to do a Control-Shift-V, which is paste without formatting. It's going to put all the content in here, and then instantly, well, not so instantly because it takes a little while to do the paste, we can switch back over to our Calculations tab. And you'll see it has a little bit of information about the power sources that you want, if you're going to use batteries or not. But all of this data is going to get pasted in here. There we go. So if you notice, it has everything. It's got the rough-in kits, has a number of watts, the APR watts, that's the 12-volt regulated power that's needed for accessories, installation configuration time, also even the voltages that are required for different devices. You know, most devices in LumiCache have a really wide range. So for example, this one prefers 48 volts, but it works between 20 and 60. And then there's some devices like strips and bulbs that may have a very specific voltage that they need. So for example, 24 volts only, indicated by this, it's 24 volts regulated and it requires 24 to 24 volts. So these particular things are calculated automatically